Welcome to Technisoft Discover. This video is to help guide you on your first use of the Discover program by creating a simple query and dashboard. We encourage you to follow along with your own copy in order to familiarize yourself with Discover. This initial screen is the dashboard landing screen. This is currently empty until we create some dashboard panels, but before we can do that, we need to run and save a query. In order to create our first query, go ahead and click the New Query button. From this screen, we can choose which module of the Sage system we wish to create the query for. You're able to use the filter at the top to quickly find the module that you are looking for. In this example, we will filter for customers and then select Customer Search. The query title can be modified, which assists in locating it in the future once we have saved the query. We will call this query Customers with Outstanding Balance. Once entered, click the OK button to continue. The system will now generate a new query window and display the list of available criteria. We can filter each of the criteria from the window quickly by using the filter at the top. The criteria window can be moved, resized, expanded and collapsed, and it will automatically hide itself when the query is run, ready for you to interact with your results. Once you've found the criteria you're looking for, to add it, simply double-click. You can use the Include button or drag and drop it into the query window. Criteria can be combined to create complex queries, but for today's example, we already have the exact criteria we need, and we're going to select the customers with outstanding balance and include that. Once included, we can run the query to get the current results. The result grid itself offers functionality such as grouping, locking of columns, export to Excel and PDF, result filtering, as well as the ability to create totals via the column selection aggregate feature. We can also use this screen to include any other fields we may require for our results. If we wish to refresh the current query at any time, we can by simply rerunning it to get the most current data set by using the Run button. We can also create multiple queries as needed at any time to access any of the data we need across the entire Sage system. We can do that simply by clicking the New Query button again to start a new query. Now that we have our Customers with Outstanding Balance query ready, we are going to save it, and then we can turn it into a dashboard. To save the query, use the Save Query button. Saved queries can be used to either create dashboards or to simply run them again as needed. We can enter a description. We could have changed the query title as required, and we can also select a group. Grouping enables categorization of your saved queries for ease of access in the future. I don't currently have any groups, so I can start by creating a new one. Queries can be saved so that only you can access them, or you can share them with all users by using this For option. Go ahead and save your query, and we'll now return to the dashboard landing page and turn our saved query into a dashboard. Firstly, let's configure our current dashboard. Be aware you can create as many dashboards as you need for your workflow in order to display the data you need to see when you need to see it. The different dashboards can be accessed from My Dashboards window. To configure your current dashboard, use the Configure button. We can rename and change the description of our dashboard here, as well as the group that it's in. Today, we'll create it as Accounts Receivable, so we can group all of our Accounts Receivable dashboards together. And we're going to call it the AR group. We can also set the number of dashboard panels we wish to display via the column and row settings. For example, we're going to set this to 2 columns by 2 rows. We can also take advantage of the auto refresh here to enable auto refresh of this particular dashboard per minute. Once configured, click OK, and the dashboard will redraw itself with 4 panels. We're going to turn our saved query into a chart-based dashboard, but they can also be grid-based. The grid will essentially replicate the same results you see when running the query, but can also be restricted and sorted to create things such as top 10 lists, etc. This is detailed in the help information. To create our first dashboard panel with our outstanding customer saved query, click the Configure as Chart button. From this screen, we'll be able to select from all of our saved queries that we have access to. If there are many saved queries, use the filter to quickly find the one that you have just created. Go ahead and select the Customers with Outstanding Balance saved query, and we can configure the remaining settings for our dashboard. Click OK to continue. For charts, we have 4 available types to display, but for today's example, we will choose a column. Next, we need to select which value will form our X-axis or our group. Please select the state/province option so we can see our outstanding balances of our customers grouped by state. Next, we want to select the sum of our functional balance due. We can preview our results to see if this is exactly what we required. We can also change the title of the dashboard, and we'll add the words by state, and we'll be ready to save our dashboard. Go ahead and click Save to save the dashboard. You've now created your first dashboard panel. Dashboards can be interacted with, reconfigured, or saved as PDF from the handy menu on the top right of each panel. Chart-based dashboards can also be used to double-click on any of the cells to drill further into that information as required. We've now covered the basics of the Discover system and how the saved queries can become dashboard panels. Thank you.